And by the way, we're also looking at somebody who's Eurovision royalty, but we'll get to that. No, fuck off. You are. No.
I did.
You did your own songs this last time. Like you went back and did a medley of your own stuff. Like,
I did.
That's really cool.
For 7.5 minutes. That was epic. You know, like in Europe, Eurovision is for the people who don't know.
It's the Olympics. Educate people.
It's I would say it's like this music contest where every single country from Europe and also outside of Europe compete against each other. And it's a show that goes for 1 week, 2 semifinals, and then 1 finale. And it has 450 million people watching it. Like, it's huge. It's Super Bowl.
It's crazy.
It's bigger than the Super Bowl.
That's like 3 times the size of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's big. And I had the honor to have a 7.5 minute halftime show last year in Europe with 3 of my latest songs.
But by the way, after winning, but also you won when you were 9, correct? You won.
I won the junior
version.
Eurovision.
Yeah,
yeah, in Sweden. So you know, it's like telling you guys something that you never seen before. It's very hard, but it's our culture, and it's very big. Like now we have the pre-festival in Sweden, like because we're finding the winner now for the Eurovision, for the Swedish representation.
Like who you're gonna send.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that in Sweden is a 7-week bubble. Every single Saturday there's a semifinal with 7 acts competing against each other. Every single song that's competing now is on the top 50 charts in Sweden.
That's cool.
They are taking over the top 50 charts, and it's what everyone is watching. Everyone is talking about it. And I won that contest 7 years ago or 8 years ago. And then I competed in Eurovision. I came like 7th or something. Wasn't that big of a success maybe. So for me coming back to Eurovision now 7 years later, doing the semifinal, like during the interval act,
big deal,
was very nice without competing, just being there and having fun.
Because the pressure when you're competing is very real. Because I mean, your country's watching. It's no joke.
No, it's not. It's very like you also take it. I was 21. I took it so seriously. I was like, I'm representing my country. I have to make them proud. And I didn't.
Did you enjoy your time on the show? Like,
nope.
You didn't have fun?
No, I didn't have that much fun, sadly. It was weird. Yeah, and it's like, it's I don't know, you just I remember I got my points from the audience, and Sweden as a country in Eurovision, people hate Sweden because they always come top 5. We always come with something that's modern pop, and the Eurovision fans, they are very like, they don't like us. So when I got low points, the whole arena started like, wow, shouting like, yes, fuck you, Sweden. And then I was 21 years old being like, oh shit. So yeah, it was tough, but it's,
I'm so sorry.
It's life.
Why do you think those Swedes are great at pop music?
I think it's because we have a lot of folk music in our generation, or not in our generation, like in our blood. And it's very melancholic. And we tend to write, like, it's very cold in Sweden, like 70% of the year. So people are inside. And we also have this, like, so they are, like, a lot of, like, people want to learn the instruments or start producing music at a very young age. And also when ABBA became so big, I think people in general like Sweden is a small country, 9 million people, 10 million maybe. If 4 guys...
That's so crazy.
Yeah. If 4 guys like ABBA, if they can make it, as a kid in Sweden, you're
Anyone
like,
can.
Maybe I can make it as well. And I also think it has, the way of being a kid from a small village. And in Sweden, we also have this like mindset of, it's called the law of Jante, which is a mindset of people not thinking that you can be something. Like here in America, you have to believe in yourself. You come into a room, you're like, hey, I'm this. You should work with me. But in Sweden, we don't have that. We're like, hey, I'm very happy to be here, and like you can't really think that you're good at something, because then people think that you're better than someone. But that's not the thing. So in Sweden, if you say I'm talented, they will hate you.
So how do you actually become successful if that's the
Because
larger
you sit by
mentality?
yourself and just wanting to like make it, so that's our way. Like when we make it, it's our way of saying, I'm very talented, I'm proud of myself. But you can't say it. You have to
Do it. But then does that conflict with the country's support of their artists?
We tend to, like in Sweden, we tend to like the artist. Like we tend to appreciate the artist when they become global, if they want to become a global artist. We never really find the artists ourselves. So if we see that, oh wait, these guys are having a hit in America, we also think they're good because they're from here. But they never really think that from the start, if you know what I mean.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, so that's always the thing. Like, I've always believed in myself, of course, but I also always saw that I have to make it over here so that people in Sweden can appreciate me. But now, kind of like, they've already kind of appreciate me already. So I'm like, kind of screws up my plan. I was supposed to make it here first. But hopefully, you know, it will work out in the end.
Why do you think things have changed? Why do you think they appreciate you now? And they've been around for a long time. Like, you talk about acquiring new audience over there, but a lot of it's like not necessarily acquiring new, but like kind of changing people's minds, I guess. Or
I think it's the kind of like the what do you call it? Like, people have seen my journey.
Yeah.
So they have a way of like feeling proud. Like, you know, oh, we've seen how you worked for so many years and your struggle, and we've seen your journey, and finally you get the chance to do your thing, and now we love you for it, kind of. But like, there was many years where people did not want to listen to my music, when they were embarrassed of working with me, and when I finally had my kind of like break, is that what you say? Like breakthrough? Every single day, people came up to me and was like, "I'm sorry, I just have to say that I used to hate you, but I'm sorry, I didn't understand that you were this talented, and or like I'm sorry, I just realized that I kind of listened to your music, but you know, so people, it was not cool to listen to my music. Now it's I don't want to say that it's cool to listen to my music now, but I think it's more people have can, you know, accept that they listen to my music without being embarrassed.